Hi guys, welcome once again. So we have learned in the last video about the importance of the introduction for need analysis. Now we will understand what are the categories for need analysis through which you are going to actually analyze what's the need for this training. Okay, what exactly do you need? All right, so there are three kinds of need analysis. One is called TSA, LSA, and PSA. These are the different levels of analysis through which you can analyze clearly that what exactly do you need to teach. And this will further help you in order to create your syllabus. Okay, because as I said, this is business English, which is very specified and oriented to a particular business. Okay, so everybody who is learning from you will have a separate and particular motive towards learning it. So you need to analyze each one of them as students and also as the organizational need, because at the end of the day, it is about business. Okay, so an organization can also have a separate need. What are they looking forward to get out of this training? Okay, so let's understand in details what is TSA. TSA stands for Target Situation Analysis. Target Situation Analysis focuses on the future or the desired communication situation an individual or the group will encounter within the business context. In a nutshell, let's understand and simplify this. The simple thing is that it is target based. So let's suppose there is any business, okay, and they are in need of communicating with their clients. They've got this specific business of trading, or probably they have to give a lot of presentations, okay, or probably they have to attend a lot of meetings. So every business has got a different nature, depends on the organization culture. Okay, so what exactly their employees needs to do, what kind of a job that they deal with. If there are employees who have to be client facing and they are dealing face to face with the client, then what exactly do they talk about? Because this is one business. So more or less in every meeting, they talk about the same stuff somewhere. Okay, so keeping that in mind, you can target what kind of sentences, phrases, vocabulary that they can use, so that they can be better in their meetings, they can be better with their presentations, or if let's suppose they're dealing on phones, or if there can be an issue with their writing. Okay, what exactly is their nature of job, what they are doing in the current situation. Okay, and what are the challenges that they are facing. Accordingly, you are going to design it. Okay, so this is one kind of analysis that you do, which is specified, which is targeting the exact situation right now, what kind of a business that is. Okay, and according to that business need, what is it that you need to take care a lot. So I've discussed it in the last video as well. Let's suppose this is an insurance business. Okay, and that too, this particular class is about vehicle insurance, for an example. Okay, so you would be focused more on certain examples or teaching students related to what exactly do they do. Probably they settle down the claims. So you need to really understand somewhere their line of business as well. If they are in the, settling the claims by figuring out who was at fault, who was not at fault. So what exact phrases that they can use in this business while they're dealing with the clients, but they're talking about their insurance, or probably they are into selling insurance. So if they are selling insurance, what all business phrases they should talk, how exactly they should greet the customer, how exactly they can be effective with their selling techniques by using good and level up business English. Okay, so this portion of teaching business targeted English is going to be more in comparison to the rest of the things. Of course, I mean, in the whole syllabus, this cannot be the only thing. You will catch up with grammar, with tenses, with the rest of the things as well, but this will be like the target. Okay, so that is TSA. Now we will talk about LSA. So LSA centers on the current learning environment and resources available for language training. Now you will figure out that what kind of an environment do they have? Okay, how is it you're going to teach? Most of the time, probably you will be available in the organization to teach face to face, but probably a lot of organizations, if they are hybrid, so they may arrange an online sessions as well. So what are the resources that you've that are available at the moment in order to deliver what you want to deliver? Okay, are there any challenges? So you will examine that also. Also, you will examine the current proficiency level. Proficiency level means there are certain levels of English. I hope you understand that. So are they at A1 level or B1 level, or are they expertise like they can talk well? You just have to brush up a little bit in terms of teaching them, business skills, or how exactly they can greet, how exactly they can talk, how exactly they can open up a presentation, how exactly they can open up a meeting. Do you need to teach them this, or probably they are at a beginner's level wherein you need to teach them from the basics? So you need to analyze that as well. What are their learning preferences? Then this comes next. Okay, after you've examined their learning proficiency, you will figure out what are their learning preferences. That means what exactly do they want to learn? And this comes back to the same point that we were discussing before. Their learning preferences will be exactly what they want to achieve, which is getting better with their business, getting better, and how exactly they can grow in this business by talking well, by presenting themselves well. Okay, and the tools they have access to. Then you also have to understand what are the tools that they have access to. Okay, probably you can provide them some study material. You also have to see some hindrances. If they've got time, the kind of a job that they are doing, probably they do not have time to watch all of those English series, which definitely we give them a lot of time to brush up their language. Okay, or anything else that we want them to devote a little time extra to learn. Do they have this or not? Because most of the time, probably they only have the time which is limited, and that's something that they're spending in the class already, because they're already working. They're not students like college going students who are free to devote some extra time for their learning later on. Okay, so you need to also figure out what are the hindrances, what limited time and resources that they have. Okay, LSA helps design tailored learning program that suits the participants learning style and make the best use of available resources. Okay, so whatever is available with you right now, what is it that they can do? So probably if you've got 2 hours class, you will try to make the best of that, because they don't have time to do anything later. Probably they don't have time to do any of your assignments later, so you'll have to manage that all in the class. Okay, LSA might identify that employees have limited time for formal classes but are open for online self-paced learning modules. So probably you've got, now you're also stuck that within this limited time you can't really give them all, so you can give them some hands-on material, probably, which is going to be self-paced. So whenever they've got time, probably on their weekend, they can just go through that, okay, for some extra learnings. All right, so this is another need analysis category, which is PSA, present situation analysis. PSA focuses on the current communication challenges and needs within the organization. It involves assessing the language skills and communication gaps that are hindering efficient business operations. Okay, for an example, any employee has to write an email. That's his job category. Okay, and he's making so many mistakes, and which is causing a lot of misunderstandings. All right, so you may have to focus in your syllabus to create an extra chapter, or probably focusing a little more on writing effective emails, or probably giving them some templates or phrases that are going to help them in writing effective emails, some other applications, softwares, whatever it is that is possible, so that the emails that they are drafting are 100% correct. Or probably they are into some other sort of business wherein they need to also create a report. Okay, so you need to take care of that. Okay, so you need to be very precise with the kind of business. That's the whole and soul of business English, to be honest. Okay, so these are the categories of need analysis, guys. Next, we are going to learn the modes of need analysis in the next video.